Welcome to the thought for today with Monica Kincaid. Today's thought is extra special. I was actually, y'all, going to post another video, but listening to this song called Wait on You, y'all, it just messed me up. I was sitting here thinking and reflecting about all of those wilderness experiences that I've had throughout my life, and those ain't nothing happening kind of seasons. I just started to worship Jesus and just worship him and worship him. So the Lord does what only he can do when you've been called for his purpose. He deposits an encouraging word, which is there's a blessing in the waiting. Why is there a blessing in the waiting, y'all? Why wait? As we have often wondered, what are you doing while you're waiting? Are you pouting? Are you frustrated? Are you discouraged? Are you wondering if you are being punished due to your sins? Have you ever asked God, what is the purpose of me waiting? I don't understand, God. Regardless of God's reasoning, y'all, there is a blessing in the waiting. If we have known God's goodness before, y'all, we can wait on him. We can learn from David, who knew all too well about God's goodness. He said in Psalm 34 verse 8, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in him. To take refuge means that God is our safe place, y'all, even in the waiting. David goes on about God's goodness in Psalm 27 verse 13, where he said, yet I am confident that I will see the Lord's goodness while I am here in the land of the living. Y'all, therefore, as we eagerly anticipate the Lord's direction, we can maintain our unwavering trust in him during this time of waiting. Why is there a blessing in the waiting? If you have known God's faithfulness before, we can wait on him. From Genesis to Revelation, y'all, we can find our God to be faithful to his promises and to his word. God's character is faithfulness. That is who he is. Paul reminds us in 2 Timothy 2:13 that if we are unfaithful, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny who he is. And yes, we can know that God's faithfulness is great, according to Lamentations 3:23. Today, I want to encourage you, as well as myself, not to run ahead of God or his timing. We must spend time in God's presence, focusing on prayer and worship and praise and listening to his voice. In your one-on-one time with the Lord, read 2 Samuel chapter 7. I actually found it amazing what David said in verse 18 that relates to today's thought. It says, then King David went in and sat before the Lord and prayed, who am I, O sovereign Lord? And what is my family that you have brought me this far? Y'all, David sat before the Lord and prayed. He sat before the Lord and prayed, y'all. This is your reminder today to sit before the Lord and to pray. On multiple occasions, I have found myself waiting more times, y'all, than I would prefer. You know, I'm waiting, I'm pondering, I'm shedding tears, I'm begging for God to intervene. I am aware that the wait can be lengthy, it can be long, it can be excruciating. It can even be disheartening when we witness others flourishing in their own paths while we remain faithful and steadfast. Nevertheless, y'all, we can trust in the character of God. I'm just crazy, y'all. I'm crazy enough to believe in the risen Son, Jesus, that there is a blessing in the waiting. I encourage you today to go into worship, which simply means the act of losing oneself in the adoration of God. May God's blessings overflow you as you wait on the Lord. Until next time.